just do the same thing that I.
Okay. Thanks for coming in today. So, I put out some items for you, and I'm wondering, I'd just like to welcome you to see which one draws your attention, and we can talk about it.
I like this little ducky.
Interesting. What about that little ducky drew your attention?
This little ducky is I right away I saw it was possibly from Mexico, and I am from Mexico, so I identify with it because of where it is.
Mm.
And also I am a potter, so I am drawn to pottery and um, decoration on clay and ceramics.
Wow, you've got a couple of connections there. Um, is there something in particular? So you mentioned your heritage. Is there something like, does that signify something, or does it remind you of something in particular?
Well, it reminds me of home, of what my country is, but it's also a ducky, and one of my most favorite people in my family, her nickname is Pato, which means duck.
Yeah.
And so it's a way of having her. Here's my niece.
Very nice. Is there anything else that draws you to that particular object?
Nostalgia, I think, missing my family. Um, yeah, that's possibly what it is. Yeah.
So you mentioned your niece and nostalgia. Can you talk a little bit more about your family?
Sure. I have a great family, and I'm very close to everybody in my family. Very few of them not, but most of my family is pretty cohesive. But in particular, my niece, she's like my mini me, and we are so similar, and so um, she is a lot more like me than my own daughter. So um, she is she's pretty important, and she is also a very strong holding my family together and helping her mom, my sister, through her stuff. And so yeah, so that's why she's a very important part of my family, and we have a lot of fun together. Lots of fun.
So, what kind of emotions come up for you when you look at the little ducky, or pato, as we call
Tenderness, I guess. When she was little, and back there you don't have to have kids strapped in car seats or anything. I used to pick her up. I was a teenager. I used to pick her up, and she was like 3 years old, maybe. And she would stand in the front seat,
Oh my goodness.
in the passenger seat, and stick her one arm around me and the other one, and we would sing, and we would go get ice cream, and we would just hang out, and have great times. And there's lots of memories with her. She is now in her 40s. So yeah, so
Nice. Well, I can see the joy when you talk about all of those times, and what a different world.
oh yes,
that
yeah,
was.
it was, yes.
Is there anything about the colors or anything else?
Well, as a potter, I'm very interested in replicating these colors that are quite traditional. And this particular cobalt blue this is a very particular type of pottery down there, and it's called talavera. And the glazes are very, it has to be the right color. So I'm very interested in replicating it at one point. Yeah, so.
Very good.